Alrighty, morning everyone. So we've got a nice early start this morning and I'm going to go chase some jacks. So it's starting to warm up. The water temps are coming up, the tide's coming up, sun's coming up, which is blasting me there. But yeah, that's the plan. We've got feels like it's just starting to run out now. Try to time it so we'd be here on the top of the high, fish the run out. Maybe a little bit of the run in later, we'll see how we go. But got a few different lures to try out. So let's get to our spot, let's get into it. Okay, so that's what we're going to switch over to now, which is the J-Shad. It's a 4.5 inch paddle tail. I normally throw this one up north, but we'll give it a go here. We're running 30-30 on this one, or it's 30-40 probably, and it's a 3/8 jig head. We're just getting to a bit deeper water. We didn't get any touches. Been fishing that for a couple 100 meters now, that jerk bait, so gotta set up our brakes for this. Let's see how we go just with a weedless paddle tail. We can just fish the water column, the entire depth of it, whereas before we were sort of more going for a reaction bite. So we were trying to entice the bite before, but now we're just going to see how we go with the big old paddle tail. With this style of fishing in the trees, you really have to run weedless. You can't really get away not doing it. You just get too many snags. I don't think I've actually ever thrown this lure down here. Like I said, I normally throw it up north when I go like almost skip casting mangroves and stuff. I don't know why I've never really tried it down here. Down here being closer to home. Oh, there's a little bit of stuff in this tree, eh? Whether or not it wants to bite's a different story. Oh, that was a hit. That's a little hit. Reasonable hit, I should say, just as we came over this log. Jolted me a little bit, scared me. Need better than a little hit though, we need a big hit. Oh. What we got here? Well, we got one. Set the hooks into him, didn't I? There he goes, there he is. Just a little guy. I'm not going to bother getting out the big camera for it. We have tagged him. But yeah, hole of 25 centimeters. Gorgeous little fish. So chuck him back and we'll keep fishing. Back. That's all he came on. A 5/0 hook. So this is what I run up north. 4.5 inch J-Shad. He just as you've seen, like he was only 25 centimeters, but he axed that, which is good to see. He was sitting fairly deep. So it was as I came over this log, just as you see and feel the tick at the same time. It's the best way to describe it. But it sunk down, I could see and feel that tick. And that's just why I set the hooks. Whoop. Very unlikely to get another one off the same snag. I've only ever done it on pontoons. And that's more or less when you hit one end then hit the other end. But he was just sitting on this log right here. Good little sign though. So now that's 2 hits on the plastic compared to the no hits on the jerkbait. So the plastic is definitely a the better option so far. I mean, we caught the target species with it, which is always a good thing. He's nothing to write home about, but he was the first fish of the season, as some kids like to call it, even though it's still pretty cold this morning when we had 16, 17 degree air temp. Yeah, first fish on the board, which is good. The monkey's off the back. Alright guys, so we're just going to move down to pretty much head back towards near where I got that first jack. I'm going to fish the opposite side, which has had the sun on it longer. Hopefully it's a bit warmer, and then we'll come up. So far we've had the best success on that paddle tail. We've got a couple of hits. We've landed the jack, we landed the cod. The prawn was getting hit, Drew's prawn, until it snagged and I couldn't get it back, but oh well, that's what happens. So yeah, we're going to go down. There's a heap of more fallen trees. We'll try and focus on that again, and hopefully we can get a bigger fish on board. So let's get moving, let's get back into it. Wanted to start down there, but there's some campers, so that ain't gonna happen. Oh, this is good. This is good. What is this? What is this? It's a good fish. Oh, it's a big jack. It's a really big jack. We'll flip him in, because why not? Oh, there we go. I was just slow winding that straight through there. Oh, he's good. He's a mid-ish, high-ish 40s. Let's get a measure on him. It's a good fish. Really good fish, isn't he? He just engulfed that. Like, that is proper down the hatch, eh? Very tanky boy. He must have been in that tree and he's just followed it out. Yeah, it's at about a 44 or so. Alright guys, he's now in the live well. That's what he came on. So I actually thought about it. I have thrown this down here before, but just not this far south. So I have thrown him around here, but worked quite well good. I was not expecting that, just chucked it. Let's head back there. Like, there's 3 places you want to fish: the base of the log, the middle, and the end. That was just straight along the front, just a steady wind, and it just grabbed it. And it was good weight and a little bit of a good fight. Water's still a bit cool, so he hasn't woken up yet. But we've chucked him in the live well, we've tagged him. We're going to keep fishing up around the corner, hopefully get out of this wind. Hopefully we can get another fish, and then I'll get him out and show you guys, eh? So let's get back into it. So yeah, he just came off one of these trees just here. Could have been that, because he hit it in this general area. So, oh, actually, looks like there's another tree right there. See if I can pick it up on side scan. I think this is what he was sitting on. Didn't even realize. Yeah, it looks like there's a tree just there. Yeah. So he must have been sitting on here. A bit of gravel and stuff down there. You can just see, well, I can just see the log with my polar eyes on. That kind of makes sense now, because I was thinking, oh, geez, he was in a weird spot for that take. I first thought it was a trevally or a shark. Ah, there's also a bit of rock down there. All right. So there's rock and the end of a tree. Yeah, I can see all the rock now on side scan. It all just runs like this. So he was just sitting at the back of this rock, really. All right. So I was a bit confused. I didn't know that was there. Sorry about that wind, but there's not much I can do, unfortunately. It wasn't meant to be this windy. But we're off to a great opener. We have the 2 jacks now on board. We've got the 44, yeah, he's a bit 44 flat tip, and a 25er. So 2 fish to open the account, which is always good. I don't really believe in this whole seasonal thing, but a lot of the other influencers out there like to declare it when the season's open. But I always find it interesting, it's never actually open until you catch your first fish. Then they declare it open. Great timing. Hey? What was that, sorry?
We were wondering if it was you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were trying to figure it out.
Do you guys do much jack fishing or not?
Yeah, not really. I mean, I've caught them as bycatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually targeted and I haven't really done a heap, but yeah. More gooey and
Yeah. So I haven't used them, but Daiwa and Samaki sent me.
Oh, that's
so
amazing. Thanks, man. Thank you so much. Oh, they red X?
Yeah, one's a Reddick, one's a Current Master.
That's sick. We
drove off and I was like, is that Alex?
I'll chuck it in.
I was trying to figure out whether it was you or not. Sick, thank you so much.
I got so many hard bodies, guys.
Twitch or...
Yeah, so this is a Samaki that I've got rigged. I think this one's got pound though, because I was expecting. So all I'm doing is rip, and then wind and rip. But with this current, it's hard at the moment.
Yeah.
Try and get it on a 45 if you can. And generally they're hitting it like as soon as you rip it, they'll hit it.
Okay.
So they come over and have a look. But if you're not hitting the tree, you're not in there enough.
Yeah, okay.
But I fished that for probably an hour this morning. It didn't get a hit.
Yeah.
Like nothing, and I switched over to plastics and I've been getting hits all day. So
Yeah, right.
just converting on those. Yeah.
We weren't gonna stop. We were like, is it
That's-
Alex or not?
Yeah.
And then I said,
No, it's all right. I don't really advertise what I'm doing or where I am. I just, I lay low.
Just fish, yeah. That's
Yeah.
the best way to do it, like. Yeah, been with a while. Anyway, we better leave you to it.
Yeah, that's all right.
you get something? Another one?
Yeah, that's all right. Enjoy the lures, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you
cheers,
so
thank
much.
you.
That's all good. Was it just, yeah, enjoy them. See how you go.
Yeah. Wish you luck.
Cheers, boys. Alright guys, so I just ran into some young fellas that recognised me and I was just having a bit of a chat, so quickly ditched off that Trevally, flicked him some stuff, just some spare lures and stuff I've got. But there it is. You can see the damage he caused on that. He just came off, it would have been this log right here. We drift back because I was just talking to them about some stuff, and yeah, so I've actually ticked off all 3 fish now. We got the cod, we got the jack, we got the trevally, which is really, really cool. Whew, bit gas from that. Really thought it was a good jack, the way it hit it. So yeah, that was a small trev. He had a lot of blood, that's why we got rid of him quickly. He really swallowed this lure down, and then I got up him super fast to bring him on board. But it's cool to see now. So we've ticked off, like I said, we've ticked off the cod, we've ticked off the trevally, and we ticked off the Mangrove Jack. So in terms of a little opener, we've done great. This feels like a cod. Lots of head shakes. Oh, it's another good jack. Nicely done. Oh, he buried me. I thought he was another cod. How sick is that? Number 2. Oh, number 3. Alright, so there he is again. So they've caused some serious damage to those fish. He came off this here. So what we got is there's 2 or 3 trees that just come down in here. And the way he hit it and ran, he really felt like a cod, eh? He just sort of jolted me and just went straight back in. Which is what a cod would normally do. Like, they just try and bury your face first. So I was somewhat surprised to see that he was a jack. I actually thought he was a cod, because the take was so subtle as well. Normally cod, they just sort of will mouth at it, whereas a jack will just absolutely hit it with all of its might. One thing I have noticed is you seem to get more hits on a plastic compared to a jerkbait, but the old jerkbait's just got a much better conversion rate, just with those rear hooks. This feels like a jack. Yep, number 4. It's a lovely day. There you go. So it definitely doesn't matter what colour. I've just chucked him in a live well for now, briefly. He's a smallie, but I'm just about to tag him. He's just got a bit of blood and stuff, so I'm going to give him a moment to recover. And then we're only just going to go over here and get all the fish out. Run you through everything, but that's pretty sick. Just there. Just there. There's not much going on there. There's just a tiny, tiny little, like, spindly branch that's sitting there. No big log, no nothing, just, there it is, it's coming through the sounder now. A little bit of stick, just there. He was just sitting on it. So that is now 3 jacks. 4 jacks that we have landed on this soft plastic today. So for something that I never throw down, like down this far, yeah. Normally when I go up north, this is like one of my go-to plastics. I love this lure. It's just, I've never really tried it down here. So I'm very happy with that. It's definitely been a soft plastics day. I've picked up the jerkbait in between and tossed it around, but just hasn't done as consistent as this. I think we got another one. Yep. Number 5. Alright guys, so we've just pulled over. We just ran around the corner. We've got those fish here now, so run you through them and then we're going to let them all go. So we've got the 2 big ones first up. So we've got a 44 and I think you have 43. And then we also got the little pups, just the littler ones, which is really cool to see. As feisty, as aggressive, but nowhere near the pulling power. So all we've been throwing all day is the J-shad. So that's a 4.5-inch J-shad. Grab the packet out. So that's all we're running on a sharp point jig head. So that is the 3850. Yeah, 3850. Sometimes you can run a quarter and stuff like that, just really dependent. A 10 to 20 pound bait caster, but a 10 to 15 would do it. Then we just have a Tatula plus the 30 pound braid, 40 pound leader. All we're doing is just chucking it right up into those snags, just rolling through, giving it the occasional hop, the occasional jerk. And most of the fish have come on the sink. So when I'm winding, it's rare that I've been in contact with the line. Most of the fish have come when the line's sinking. So they seem to be a bit reluctant at the moment to hit things, like really hit them. But overall, how good's that? What a day it's been. We picked up the 5 jacks. We've picked up a cod, trevally and a flathead. So we've really caught everything in this estuary, which is pretty sweet. So we're going to grab a few photos, we're going to let everything go, and then I'm going to head home. So if you have enjoyed it, like and subscribe, leave a comment, or even message me on my socials down below. Yeah, I've really enjoyed coming out today, and I hope you've enjoyed it too.